Good morning and welcome to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. Most women love the idea of a guy in the kitchen. A higher portion of American men, 43%, are cooking these days than any point in the past 30 years. My first guest serves as the organizer of a competition that shines a spotlight on men who cook. Mr. Ruben Hopkins. How are you, Ruben?
I'm fantastic, Andrea, and thank you for inviting me.
I'm glad to have you here. The Men Who Cook competition, it's been going on for 18 years now, and I'm ready to hear all about it.
Yeah, officially 18 years. We started at the Park Lawn Y for a few years. Then we went to the African American Women's Center for a few years, and now we're back at the Park Lawn Y.
Okay.
It's a local competition. It's just a bunch of us were sitting around bragging about the stuff that we make and the things that we do. And so we decided just to have, when we first started, it was the father-son walk run and Men Who Cook. So the walk run would take place, and then after that we do Men Who Cook. And so eventually the walk run kind of fell off because we had to get all these permits and permission from the city and block off streets and all of that. So we ended up just going right with the Men Who Cook.
All right, I love the sound of this. So you said you guys were all kind of sitting around bragging about who can do what, but is there any other purpose behind bringing these guys together? Is there a camaraderie? What do you get from this competition?
Well, yeah, of course, you know, we all get to brag. We give first place in 3 categories, and then we have a best overall.
Okay.
It's probably the most fun you'll have with a group of guys. Not, you know, you get to talk stuff, but it's pretty positive image event.
Yeah, especially when we talk about men cooking. Just like I said, women love a guy who can get in the kitchen and do a little something, and they don't have to cook every single day. That's got to be good. But there's really this thing, a stereotype that men just can't cook, but that's not true, obviously.
That's not true.
And looking over here on this table, that's very true. Men can bake as well. This is something that you put together.
No. This is what.
Let me pick this up so everybody at home can see this. It weighs 20 pounds, and that means it'll make me gain 40.
So this is an apple streusel cheesecake.
Okay.
And I have lost to this cheesecake every year. That I've competed against it.
Wow.
My brother actually makes the apple streusel cheesecake, so he's one of the competitors, and he doesn't even brag. That's the thing about it, he wins and he doesn't even brag. He just takes his grill or takes his prize and kind of looks at me and walks away, and that's it. And so
I thought you made this. You had to bring the dish your brother made that beats you every year.
Yeah.
So what do you usually cook?
Last year I did a pineapple upside down cheesecake.
Oh, wow.
And then this year I'm doing the chocolate, peanut butter chocolate cake.
Okay.
No, peanut butter chocolate brownies is what I'm doing this year.
Okay, so you're not giving your competition anything they shouldn't know, right?
No. No, you know, if guys are scared, I tell them just stay home. If you're scared that you're going to cook is not going to win, just stay home.
Wow. So did your brother and the men in the family cook normal when you were growing up, or how did you guys get into baking and cooking?
I have no idea.
Really?
I really have no idea. I think before Men Who Cook, well, you know, I started cooking in 8th grade.
Okay.
I was one of the first.
So you were young.
I was one of the first boys in our junior high school to take home economics because it was all girls. And so me, a friend of mine, James McLean, and another kid named Marty, we were the only 3 boys in home economics because that's where all the girls were.
I knew you were going to say that's why you took it.
And so we ended up in home economics, and so I learned some of the basics of not cooking too fast, not overcooking food. You can always cook something a little more. You can't uncook something. But for years, you know, I cooked, but it wasn't until Men Who Cook where I started cooking the volume that we cook, because we cook enough for 250 people.
Wow.
But it's a taste test, so it's 1-ounce servings.
Okay.
So you get to, you're judged on presentation and taste. those are the only two things.
Okay, this is exciting. So the 18th annual Men Who Cook competition is going to be happening on Saturday, September 2nd. And like you said, it's at the Park Lawn YMCA. So let's discuss this year's lineup. Who do you have competing that we might know?
There's this guy named Darren Reesby.
He's going to be on our next segment, so everybody will get to meet Darren.
He won best overall last year, and so he claims that this year he's going to win it again.
Okay, back-to-back championship.
I hate to tell him, but, you know, but you never know. I mean, one year we had a gentleman win with peanut stew. And everybody was like, peanut stew.
Okay.
And so it was out of nowhere, and everybody was like, as a matter of fact, it was the same year that they were recounting votes in Florida, right? They were like, we need to recount. We want to recount because there's no way. But he won, you know, and it was apparently it was good peanut stew.
Yeah, high in protein, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah, so like I asked, any familiar names competing this year? We got Darren, and who else?
So I think if you know Earl Ingram, talk show host, he is competing this year. Tyrone Dumas is back.
Of course, Tyrone's been on this show.
Yeah,
yes.
with his luscious lemon pies. We have there's a bunch of guys coming back.
A bunch of guys
that come every year. Teron Edwards from Walnut Way is coming. Mr. Lopez, he's also from Tony Lopez, I think is his name.
Okay.
He won last year first place in one of the dishes. I can't remember which dish it is. So for the most part, you know, the guys come back every year and they enjoy it. And Brian Hobson, he won with I think he won last year with his strawberry cake.
Yeah, you guys are really doing it up. So this is the 18th annual Men Who Cook, but you also combine this with Dads Who Cook, and this is the 8th year for that.
Dads Who
so they're two different competitions?
No, it's the same competition.
All together, okay.
It's just the two different groups kind of just came together.
Okay.
And we let, you know, they let us keep Men Who Cook, we let them keep Dads Who Cook. So they promote it as Dads Who Cook.
Okay.
We promote it as Men Who Cook. And the main reason that, you know, the Men Who Cook title stands out the most is because the Wisconsin Black Chamber of Commerce being the sponsor, we get like to make that decision.
Okay.
And so otherwise, if one or the other was to fall away, we would still just have just as much fun.
All right, and we definitely need to talk more about the Wisconsin Black Chamber of Commerce, but quickly I just want to know, for people who are interested in attending the Men Who Cook competition coming up again on September 2nd, where can they go for more information?
They can go to menwhocookwi.com.
All right.
It's all one word, menwhocookwi.com, or they can go to dadswhocookwi.com.
Okay. Either way, the details are there for them. And you mentioned that the Wisconsin Black Chamber of Commerce is a sponsor along with the YMCA, My Father's House, and a couple of others. So I think it's important to mention that you are the founder and CEO of Wisconsin's Black Chamber of Commerce. So talk a little bit about that and its goals.
Well, we have a special belief at the Wisconsin Black Chamber that black people should be the largest employer of black people. And the only way to get there is you have to start businesses. We are the only ethnic group that is not the largest employer of our own people. Every other ethnic group is the largest employer of their own folks. And so we look at that and we say, okay, how can we change that? Well, we have to start businesses, all type of businesses. We have to be starting on an average of 3,000 businesses a year just to catch up.
Wow. And you think that, you know, with that concept, it helps when you look at statistics here in the city that says you have the highest number of African American men who are unemployed. So you're saying if you can create the jobs for those men who are currently sitting there as a number, then you kind of take care of that issue. Right,
because it's really a matter of redirecting resources, which is why it's so difficult sometimes to get these things done.
Yeah.
So when you're in a community where you know, there's a lot of money that comes to the community in the name of the people in the community. But yeah, okay, you get energy assistance from We Energy, but the money that they give you for energy assistance doesn't go to you. It goes to We Energies, right? You can get rent assistance, but again, the money doesn't go to you, it goes to the landlord. You can get food share, you can get child care subsidies, you can get all those subsidies come to the city in your name, but they really don't go to you. They come in your name and they go to someone else.
I see.
And so you have people who use those numbers to say, look at all this money we're sending into that community. Why isn't it changing? Because the money's not staying in the community. The money's just coming in the name of the people in the community. And so our challenge is to change that, not only from a standpoint of receiving assistance, but from a standpoint of, if I want to go to a movie theater, I have to leave my community. If I want to go bowling, I have to leave my community. If I want to go to a 4-star restaurant, I have to leave my community. If I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese or Monkey Joe's or Dave & Buster's or Joe's Crab Shack, if I want to go to any of those places, I have to leave the community. So now all that money leaves the community, right? And so when you see all of the money leaving the community, you have to figure out how you create an infrastructure within the community so that we can begin to live the same standard of living in our community that others live in their communities.
Very interesting. And so if there's a business owner who would like to become a part of the Wisconsin Black Chamber of Commerce, what steps would they need to follow?
They can go to our website, fill out a new member application. It's twbcc.com, and that stands for the Wisconsin Black Chamber of Commerce. And they can fill out a new member application. And once they do that, we will follow up with them and help them get them. We provide technical assistance in all different areas and all different professions. We can help get people going in the right direction. We even deal with the multi-level marketers. We love the multi-level marketers, the direct sellers. You know, it's business. It's about creating. It's about creating distribution, and when you create distribution, you make money.
All right, there it is. And so I want to go over the details as we wrap up once again for the Men Who Cook competition. Saturday, September 2nd at Park Lawn YMCA. What would you say to people who are thinking about coming out and taste testing all this good food?
Whether you have, the tickets are $1. Every sample is $1. So if you have $1, if you have $5, you can come and you can taste something. The public are the judges, so when you taste it, you have a score sheet and you say, okay, I like the taste. You give it between the numbers between 1 and 10. You know, and presentation between 1 and 10. Those are the two areas. And or you can pay $20 and sample everything. And so it's a lot of fun, and it's great competition, and we're all in the same room, so we all see, you know, what the other guys doing and where the lines are, and you know, we're all there just having fun, enjoying ourselves. And I'm looking forward to the 19th and the 20th.
All right. Well, thank you for coming by and sharing all the details.
Me.
It's always a
Andrea,
pleasure.
you know, it's always a pleasure to spend time with you. Does my heart good.
That's nice. And he's going to have to give me some recipes before he leaves. Ruben Hopkins is the founder and CEO of the Wisconsin Black Chamber of Commerce and the organizer of Men Who Cook. Again, you can visit menwhocook.wi.com for more information. When we return to Our Issues Milwaukee, we'll meet another young man who's not only a participant in the Men Who Cook competition, he was last year's winner, and he's also got some big things cooking when it comes to making a difference in the community. We'll talk to Chef Darren Reesby right after this.